I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles and the bishops at Great Millstone who labor night and day, making sure that we are well equipped to teach this word for the 144,000 hopeful elect. May this lesson be edifying for the remnant that might look like these other nations, but are in fact of the 144,000 hopeful elect, the 1/3. May this message reach all the Aqua who are listening in silence. Peace and salutation to all the elders and apostles and bishops of Great Millstone. And to all those that support this truth and believe in this truth. May you take these words seriously and apply them. This is another blackout video. So listen up. See, what people have to understand about these blackouts, it's going to be very, very serious. Very serious. So y'all not even thinking about when these lights go out. Because when these lights go out, it's not going to be a joke. It's going to be very, very serious. And when the lights go out, the internet's going to go out. And that's when communications go out. When people do military plans, this is how they do it. They shut off the communication. And once the communication is gone, if you wasn't taught how to survive, how to do the necessary things, that's when people fall apart. That's why you have sergeants. That's why you have generals. That's why you have lieutenants. And that's why you have privates. It's a list of chain of command. If you don't have that list of chain of command in your family, or even within yourself, you're bound to fail. Now, people can say whatever they want about this video and want to come for this video. But this video is real shit. Everybody should keep some type of form of gas can in their car with water. That's real shit. That's not saying that you're not relying on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because I rely on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. But that doesn't mean we walk out here and be stupid. Alright? Just as he gave us the manna when we was in the wilderness. And when he gave us the manna in the wilderness, he told us to save some for the next day because it will be no manna. And then he told us the next day, do not gather more manna because you won't need it. And it was spoiled. So that means don't try to go all balls out trying to save a whole rack of food when you might not even be able to return to your home. A daggone missile might hit your home. Hey, how about that? These things can happen. A missile could drop down on the highway and you might not be able to get off that highway. Are you ready to walk? As you seen these apostles going out here doing their walking videos? Are you able to walk? Are you willing to leave your vehicle and have to walk about 50 miles to get home? Some of us that's in this truth have wives and children. So I have wives and children. So I can only speak from my point of view. And if you feel I'm being weak on any of that, then that's your personal opinion. But we all have a relationship with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And it's going to show in its time. Just like if a racer truly prepared for the race, you will see where he or she is going to shine in the end. You're going to know. Don't think Usain Bolt was always fast. Don't think Shakar, whether it was Richardson or whatever, was always fast. Those was two of the most slowest runners. But they became fast with the right training. So with the right training of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, we can become very swiftly and very fast when it comes to what we must do in these last few hours. There's nothing wrong with keeping an extra gas can in your car. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with keeping a little bit of extra water in your car. It is nothing wrong with that. It is nothing wrong with having a backpack that has emergency supplies in it. It is nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with any of those things. It's only wrong when you're trying to use those things to make gain. That's when it becomes a problem. There's nothing wrong with that. Because we have to be equipped, because we don't know what's coming down the pike. If you have a car, you should have a spare tire in there. Most vehicles have spare tires. Why would you be driving a car without a spare tire? Then when your spare tire goes out, what are you going to do? When these communication lines go offline, and you might not be able to talk to your significant other, talk to your children, what do you have in play? When this internet gets cut, the phone lines are going to be cut. All the stuff I mentioned is only a problem is when you're not putting Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai first. That's the only time it becomes a problem. You must put the Heavenly Father first before anything. That is what you are supposed to do. Put Him first. Because you can have everything that you need for protection. But if you're not putting the Heavenly Father first, nothing's going to help you. Now, a lot of people will say, well, you're not showing faith. But hey, every man has their own level of faith. My faith is in preparedness through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So if someone wants to say something about this video, I don't care. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Because you are supposed to be prepared for anything. But first and foremost, your spirit, your relationship with the Heavenly Father is the first thing that you're supposed to be preparing. Then everything else comes into place. So like I said before, there's nothing wrong with having some extra gas in your car. You should be doing that anyway. Well, how things are going. Even before all this got to this, you should always be carrying extra gas in your vehicle. I have always done that. You should be having a blanket in your car, just in case your car breaks down. And you might be waiting for the tow truck and you don't want to run all the gas out your daggone car to stay warm. So you have a blanket. You might have children. Are you telling me you're going to be neglectful? And there's nothing wrong with having mace. If you need to have some mace in just in case someone tries to run up on you or an animal, there's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, the real protection is going to be Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. I'm never going to say things that you should have and not mention Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. I'm always going to mention the Heavenly Father name and His only begotten Son, which is Yahweh Shai. I'm always going to mention that. I'm not going to pull a Nate and be off some bullshit. But you should have these things. Because best believe, as when we go out on these highways and hedges, we are being watched. We are being stalked. These people are going to use this time to even try to take us out. I know I get followed. So best believe brothers have been followed. There's other brothers that even came out and said that they have been followed. So it's not like I'm making this stuff up. So therefore, we have to walk circumspectly and be very cautious out here. Because when there's no internet, no form of communication, you have to say to yourself, are you ready to take that long walk home? Me, I work far away from my house. And imagine that everything's going down. You got some good old boys, Ku Klux Klan members that just was waiting for this moment. And they see your black butt or your Hispanic butt out there. And they going to be looking for this time, itching. You want to be prepared. You want to be careful. To be of the 144,000 hopeful elect, we are going to go through so many trials and tribulations. We're not going to just walk into this kingdom without having messed up stuff happen to us. We talk so much about the guillotine, how that's coming, and are you ready to die for this? But also, are you ready to fight for this? I'm not saying go out there and be Superman and think you're going to conquer everything. No, but you have a right to protect yourself. I'm just not going to be like, well, I guess it's Lord willing. I'm just going to let them whoop my ass, fuck it, Just go ahead and whoop my ass, it's Lord willing. Nah. The Heavenly Father might want you to fight. It might be 6 dudes or 7 dudes on you, and he put that spirit on you. And you might whoop all of them and get away. The Heavenly Father might have wanted you to do that. For payback for what they have done. But also to show you that you are physically strong. And the Lord is working with you. Because He is the one that gives you that strength. That power. And it can be given to you only if you believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So when this blackout come, man, you got to be ready. If you live in an apartment, you better be figuring out stuff that you have to do. I live in a house. That doesn't mean I'm better than you. But there's certain things that I must do. I don't live in a neighborhood that everything is a silver spoon. I have to watch my surroundings. Because some good old boys can just come and be like, oh yeah, we've been waiting for this moment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sir, we're going to have some fun. So I have to be ready for that. And I got children. I have to do what I have to do to be ready for that. But first and foremost, I have to put Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai first. First. So that everything that I plan on doing works accordingly. The Heavenly Father might be telling you certain things or showing you certain things you should be doing to prepare. You want to get your prayers up. Getting that good relationship with the Heavenly Father. You want to be walking circumspectly. Really looking who's following you. Making sure your area is okay. Letting your kids know what time it is. Because I tell my kids, even though they're young, hey, listen, we living in bad times. You might see things that might disturb you. Even letting your kids know what's going on is important. Even letting fellow brothers know what's going on. That, hey, listen, man, we get into these times. We already have seen people that have came to when people go to camp and you got stupid people out there. Imagine when the police are gone. It's going to get even more crazy. So that's why your prayers have to be even more stronger to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But you also have to prepare yourself. Have some mace. You know what I'm saying? Spray these people back. You know what I'm saying? It's other means you could do for protection too. And there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're doing it in the legal means. But when it comes to these times, you don't know what you might do. You might say, I would never do such a thing. But someone might grab some of your kids. And there's some people out here who just had babies. I know I gave a comment to one brother. And I said, hey, congratulations to your newborn baby? And he replied back, positive. You don't know what position you might be into. It's going to get real out here. So with that being said, I hope that this lesson was edifying to all the Akim, man. Be safe out there. And I'm praying for all my brothers, all the elders, all the apostles, all the bishops in Great Millstone, that we make it through Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation, so that we can be found worthy of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and be of the hopeful elect, the 144,000 and 1/3. And those women that's supposed to be upon that, and those children that's supposed to be upon that. So I hope that this lesson was edifying to all the Akim. Shalom.